coming soon. Until then, enjoy the vibes.
My baby, your body's on fire. Hey, body's on fire. Just enough. My baby, your body's on fire. Hey, body's on fire. My baby, your body's on fire. Yeah. This one I can do with the jabba. Me, I no get time at the jabba. Dada cover my face, calling me lava. Biggie man, we know the where I money, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. We can ride the wind, and the beat, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. We can ride the wind, and the beat, die for nothing. Make you no say anything when you do, they must commentate.
I can't come and kill myself.
Anything when I did do, I did try to do on my way.
I can't come and kill myself.
Plenty survive we face, just to make sure money day. All my people that go say I know one fight, I know one time, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want jump life, I want buy me good, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, money, what's it come? You back up, all the penny, they get it, why the money, and the fee, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it come? You back up, all the penny, they get it, why the money, and no fee. Different things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows I'm juggling, flow like the ocean, my boat I'm paddling. Shadashi no fella, that's my bro, my family, goes in chains. When it comes to money, I take concentrate. Like I tell you straight, you are not my mate. If you become mission, I be head of state. For my people, then go say, I know one fight, I know one time, I know one women. I want enjoy, I want jump life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, my nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. They can get ride the money, and the beat, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. They can get ride the money, and the beat, die for nothing. Oluwabana, yeah.
No. Oh, this is the craziest thing because it's on mute. Okay, so now let me know if y'all can hear me now. All right, now I'm hearing sound. But the comments are also, but then there's very few that I can see on StreamYard. So just press 1 and let me know if y'all can hear me. And if y'all can't hear me, then I'm going to go ahead and end this because there's something going on with StreamYard and YouTube. And it could just be an issue that I'm having with them because I've been having an issue with them for quite some time. So let me look one. Okay, Laurie can hear me. Okay, so I do apologize in advance as far as like the comments or whatever. I wouldn't even be able to put comments up on the screen because the only way I can see comments is by looking on the YouTube side on my phone, not on StreamYard. On StreamYard, the only two people I can see is L7 and Laurie. That's it. Nobody else. Okay, so look, and it still has my intro on the StreamYard versus this is so weird versus anything else. And what they mean action needed. Okay, that's from the pharmacy. So let me show y'all this. So look, somebody picture of Vivian, and that's the picture that I have on the thumbnail. And that's just to say that like there's always people somewhere and anything like that checking up on her with some. Let me see. I got another device, but I just don't want to have the feedback. So let me see if I can cut it up and hear myself. Because I don't see the app. Okay, I see the avatar moving. Yeah, just press 1 if y'all can hear me now. I don't hear anything on this side. Okay, now I hear it. Now I hear it. Now I hear it. Okay, so thank you, L7. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I put the picture of Vivian there just to say that, like, there are people all over from different places. And I feel like at this point now, it has officially become a beef sector event. You know, I feel like before then, I know that some of the people that Jay Wilson had booked on his cruise, they weren't all related to beef sector, you know, whether they had been people outside, friends, or whatever. Or like the person that I have that's giving me my tee, they don't have anything to do with the beef sector. They have nothing to do with the beef sector. They have nothing to do with YouTube. So a lot of times when they're giving me information, I have to kind of like make it make sense, you know what I mean? And try to put it together that Shawn Bradley was there. Like, okay, well, maybe that's where they was getting that from, but they're not even down to Boo. As far as was that Boo yesterday or was that not Boo? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm dealing with right there. You know what I mean? Just like the court case or whatever. I didn't send anybody who's a content creator or anyone that's in the beef sector or anything like that. The person that went to court had absolutely nothing to do with anything. They don't personally know that person. They were just there working and doing a job for the army. So that's what was going on with that. So tell me in the chat, what do y'all think about, and again, welcome to everybody. I can't put up comments. This thing is acting completely crazy. I don't even know if it will let me bring people up, but I can drop the link. Nope, I don't even think I can put the link. I put the link earlier, so I don't know if any of the mods could drop the link that I posted earlier. And let me see. I don't even think it'll let me pin it. Nope, it doesn't even show it. Yeah. Oh, here we go. So let me just pin this. Oops. Hold on. Let me see if I can pin it at the top. So if anybody wants to come. Third time getting kicked off of StreamYard. That's very fucking annoying. Okay. And I keep saying that I'm going to complain to them, and then I end up not having the time to do it. So, but I do feel like, I don't know how much y'all heard of what I said, but I feel like Jay Wilson has a huge personality on YouTube. But if you talk to Jay Wilson outside of YouTube, he's much more like mellow. He's less of a character than what you see on YouTube. Shawn is definitely a character on YouTube, But if you meet Shawn in real life, he's a really, like, if you were to just meet him in person and you don't have any experience of him on the internet, he's a really nice person in real life, like and when you meet him in person. So his persona on YouTube is completely different from the person that you meet and break bread with, or, you know, you lock eyes with, should I say. And I have never met Jay Wilson, so I can't really speak on how he is when somebody meets him or when they meet in real life. I haven't met Jay Wilson. Will I meet him one day? Maybe, because there seems to be different YouTube, get-togethers and activities and stuff like that. Okay, let me see here. It says, in response to your question, Mark is not on the cruise. Jay Wilson said during his recent live stream that Mark is not on the cruise. Well, I'm glad that he cleared that up. So the other gentleman, maybe the other man was just being nice and polite. And sometimes when people are being a little too attentive or they're being a little too whatever, people can tend to think that that's somebody's man or something like that. But there was a guy that was interacting with Jay Wilson. I think it was just in conversation. I didn't hear anything about like, anything adult wise or anything like that. But yeah, that's what I had heard. So I wasn't for sure if it was Boo or not, because I haven't seen Boo in 99 years. I'm telling you, my phone do not ring until I'm on this live. Hey baby, Auntie is live. Can I call you back in a little bit? Oh, yeah. You might be better off going to the mall, because and that's my fault that I didn't get back with you. She doesn't really do those. Okay, baby. All right. I love you. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm back, guys. All right. So now we have confirmation that Mark is not there. There will be no engagement, because people were thinking that maybe an engagement was going on. I received a picture of Jay Wilson and this other guy. And I was like, is that guy Boo or what? I didn't put out any pictures or anything like that, because I don't have a beef with Jay Wilson. So I'm not going to put out any pictures that may cause some type of narrative or confusion where he is concerned. Now, I've waved the white flag with Shawn, which means if I see something and it doesn't look on the up and up, or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to say anything about it, because I'm very serious. Like when I wave the white flag with somebody, the flag is all the way up there. So I'm not going to say anything about him bad. And I'm not going to say anything if I get word about anything on the cruise dealing with him this bad. Now, if he happens to get in a fight, which I don't think he will, I will report that they are fighting. Okay. So I don't care who gets mad about that. I'm going to tell that they over there fighting. Now, if there's a private conversation going on or something private, I won't say a single word. Baby, if Wally would now the shit start popping up on StreamYard. Yeah, Vivian does look really nice, and she looks really refreshed, and she really deserves this vacation. Vivian, like I said, and what I also did, if you look at my description, I put all the links, and I also did it in my last video. I put all the links of the content creators that I know about that are on this cation. I didn't add Tracy, because y'all know I don't fuck with Tracy. I don't watch her. So I'm not going to give you the link to somebody's page that I don't go to. And that's no shade. It's just the truth. I didn't put Misunderstood on there. I would really love to know how she is going to be on this cruise. I wonder, is she going to be talkative? Is she going to make the best out of it? Is she going to feel some type of way? Because I know she's made videos about Shawn. I know Shawn has made videos about her. I also remember there was a time where Johnny Mac made that video, and he had told Tracy she had, I think it was 24 or 48 hours to apologize. So I'm just wondering, is that still in effect, or is Johnny Mac under the mindset of how a lot of us are? We're not concerned with things that happened in 2016 or 2017. So I guess he would have to be the one to, tell that. But I will say that, whenever you're doing something, whether it's a meet and greet, whether it's a cruise, whenever you're doing something like this and it's involving YouTube, you have to understand that whether people want to accept the title or not, we are social media personalities. We are out in the public, and people will take pictures. People will take videos, whether you want them to or not. So I think that's the one thing that people have to understand if they're going to go on excursions like this. There are some people who book their tickets. I wonder if they would have booked them had they known that Shawn Bradley was going to show up. But I know that, I think it was Joyce. I don't want to quote her. And if Joyce, if you're in the clouds, you can come up, because I don't want to quote, but I think Joyce was saying, no, not Joyce, sorry. Because I listened to Joyce. She made a video on it. Go check her out. 5'9" Beauty. 5'9" Beauty, plus size 5'9" Beauty, something like that. If anybody could grab her link and drop it, that would be great too. But Heidi did a video and was saying that it was wrong what Shawn was doing. And I feel like we can't say what Shawn is doing is wrong if we're not going to say what Tracy is doing is wrong. Because Tracy decided to go on this trip, because we're speaking facts right now. This is not personal. This is unbiased, and this is being fair, okay? Tracy went and started her cruise because Jay Wilson had a cruise, okay? So if whatever, Shawn went and decided to put his cruise together and go on the cruise, we can't really get mad. If we're going to get mad with him, we got to get mad at Tracy and Misunderstood. Twinkle said, child is very telling. Mark had to know about the cruise for months. He could have easily planned to be there with Passa. Wilson, girl, something is fishy about that. He didn't want to come. I'm just saying. Now, I will say this. Well, one of the things that I'm going to say, and I don't want to disturb Jay Wilson while he's on the cruise. So there's one thing that I will say, but I will wait to see if I have permission from Jay Wilson to say it. You know what I mean? I don't want to say it without his permission. I can only speak to me. I've been on a couple of things that involve YouTube, and my husband has not been there. He hasn't been there because he's not into this foolishness this on YouTube. So I feel like if a person's partner is not there, that doesn't necessarily mean something. When I first told my husband about it, the cruise or whatever, he was like, nope, I don't want to be bothered with anything dealing with YouTube. I don't want to do anything where, basically he has to pretty much interact with YouTube. When I did my meet and greet, my husband was there. So some people did get to meet my husband. I plan to do a meet and greet next year. And I'm quite sure my husband will be there too, because I'm the one that's putting it together. So I understand what you're saying on one end, but then I also understand on the other end where, Mark has been doxxed. We all know that. And maybe he just didn't want to cause any problems. A lot of times when people have real jobs and real careers, they don't want to come to places and spaces where they feel that can be compromised. You know what I mean? I know the person that I have there, this, my source, the sourcing, they have a real life. So I would never put them at risk, or I wouldn't even hint on who it is. And even if I was to say a hint, you guys still wouldn't even pick up on who the person was, because they have absolutely nothing to do with the beef sector and nothing to do with YouTube. So I'm just going to say that. Yeah, Laurie says, and I don't know if all the comments are coming down, but I'm seeing some of them. But what I'm seeing on YouTube and what I'm seeing on StreamYard is different right now. Hold on. So Laurie says, I think the cruise members will come back cool, but it will be a countdown until they start flipping on each other, beef sector style, in my opinion, just like always. Hashtag cruisegate. Absolutely, absolutely. Everyone's going to be, I think, in my personal opinion, I'm going to call it right now. I feel like everybody's going to be fake and phony for the most part. Whether they like the people or not, they're going to try to keep it cool because they're in each other's faces. They're going to do like we saw with this, with the Maddie show, where people had met up and they had never talked to each other before, but during the cruise, not during the cruise, during the Maddie show, they were cordial with each other. And I think it's going to be that same type of energy that's going to go on now. But like Laurie said, it's not going to last forever because nothing lasts forever in the beef sector. So I think her comment couldn't have been more on point. Okay. I feel so dehydrated today. Simply Pink and Green says, I wouldn't include my spouse with anything related to YouTube. I don't think it'll let me even put up. And I personally don't. When it comes to YouTube, I don't involve my husband nowhere in the midst of it. Now, in that picture with Shawn, I didn't see his I wouldn't take it that far to say that. Maybe basically cruise bombing somebody, a nice man. And I've always said he's very, very engaging, be considered to be mad. What's going on with stream else, but yeah, I'm not able to put the comments up like I need to. This is so crazy to me. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I did the liquid usually with the hospital, but the last time I was in the hospital, Betty, they did some things where I had to actually file a report with the hospital, and I also had got the number for the state board, and I was going to call on them because they did a lot of stuff that was definitely not right. So I had left against doctor's orders, so that's why I think I sound as bad as I sound right about now. Yeah, I sound real hoarse. Hey, my birthday twin up in the building. Oh, you said it's powder? Okay. So just me 3.0 says, Twinkle, I agree. The cruise was a big event for Jay Wilson. Mark didn't want to attend. It's obvious. Jay Wilson is a lot of smoke and mirrors. I'm thinking that nothing about him is genuine, scratching my head. Well, I will tell y'all this. And I'm just going to say it. Well, no, I'm not going to say it because I don't know if I have permission to say it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see if I have permission from Jay Wilson to say it or not. But when it comes to him and Boo, I'm just going to say this. I've actually said hello to Boo on the phone before. Okay. So let me just say that. And that's what I'm going to say. I have spoken with Boo on the phone before. So I don't know. I don't know why he's not there this go around or what's going on. Thank you so much for stopping by. StreamYard is acting crazy with the comments and everything. So now Melissa Scott, which I put her link to her channel down below, on her video, she was talking about she was looking for some weed or whatever. And Shawn was also talking about that on his commentary. Now, I hope for God, if she went looking for weed, that she didn't bring no weed with her on that damn cruise ship. Okay. Because if so, we're going to have a whole different type of content to report. Okay. Now, if it was me, although I'm Edible Edna, and everybody knows what it gives, when I went to Jamaica, I have my video somewhere where I can show y'all my edibles that I took with me, my vape pens that I brought with me and stuff like that. But I'm a little bit different. I really don't give no fucks. But you got to be careful when you're traveling out of the country with certain things. So I personally, I wouldn't have said anything about it. What's up, Jasmine? I wouldn't have told nobody that I was searching for weed. I wouldn't have told nobody I was looking for weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bashing her. Again, this is unbiased commentary. I wouldn't have told that. You know what I mean? If I was looking for weed, I would have got my weed. I would have smoked, choked, and got high, and that would have been it. But I wouldn't have took no weed with me. I would have waited till I got to the Bahamas if I just couldn't help myself. And when I got to the Bahamas, I would have found a motherfucking weed man. Get into it. Oh, yes, I would have. You know what I mean? But I will say this. You have to be very careful when you are traveling and you are looking for substances, because we're finding out now where people are losing their life over people lacing weed with fentanyl. You're going out of the country. You don't know what the laws are going to be in those countries as far as, you know, weed and stuff like that. A lot of times people see people like even in Jamaica and they're like, oh, everybody's down there smoking. When I go to Jamaica, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But it's illegal to smoke weed in Jamaica. Just because they're talking about it or just because you see people on videos doing it doesn't mean that it's legal. And a lot of these countries are very corrupt and they make their money off of basically doing illegal activities. And you can't go to the police and really report anything because, in what I know about in my experience living in Jamaica, the police are more corrupt than even the gang members. So when going to another country, if you don't have family there or you're not comfortable with the country or you've never been there before, and I heard Melissa say on her video that this was her first time taking a plane and this was her first time taking a cruise. So it seems to me that she's new to traveling. That's what I gathered from what she was saying. It seemed like everything was new for her, right? I would be very apprehensive for any, and I'm just putting this out there for any person who's new to traveling. If you can wait until you come back to smoke your weed, I'm team 420 all day. Matter of fact, if somebody can go ahead and drop my link to the edibles, I would appreciate it. So y'all know I'm team 420 all day. But you have to really know what you're doing when you're traveling and you're looking for weed and stuff like that. Now, this was in Florida that she said this. I don't know if she's going to do the same thing in Bahamas. They haven't gotten to Bahamas yet. But I will say, Melissa, if you are listening to this, I would be very, very careful. And I'm not trying to scare you, and I'm not being disrespectful. I mean this with all the love and care, because I want everybody to come back. Well, not exactly everybody. I'm not even going to lie about it. I want 98% of the people to come back the way they left. I don't got time to lie about it. But I do hope that they have a good time while they're there. Simply Pink says, Pink and Green says, yes, she's very new to traveling and super excited. Yeah, I would say be careful about oversharing information, because let's just say that there's somebody who is out to destroy Juicycation, right? They could take that information and then they could go to the captain or whoever else and say, listen, this person is with this set of group of people. They have drugs. You know what I mean? And the captain, his responsibility is to make sure that everybody on that cruise ship is safe and they are doing things that they need to do. But the thing about cruise lines, or especially like when you're out in the ocean, there's really nobody that really protects that. That's what a lot of people don't talk about. So a lot of things are left at the discretion of the captain, and a lot of things do get swept underneath the rug because these cruise lines, they want to keep their reputation intact. You know, these are things I was talking about the other day, but then they'll say that I'm trying to do some other crazy stuff. But you have to be careful because, listen, even in Jamaica, and if y'all hear water, I'm not peeing. I'm using my water machine and I'm pouring water, okay? Because I know how people be listening to everything. The other week I was going like, and they was talking about I was sniffing up cocaine. No, I have allergies. I'm not sniffing up anything. I have never put anything up my nose a day in my life, okay? So getting some ice too. So when I was in Jamaica, the police would come and they would stop the bus and they would ask everybody on the bus for their IDs and stuff like that. And then they would pull a certain amount of people, whether you call it profiling somebody or whatever, they would do that. And the people would have to get off the bus. And a lot of times those guys would have like a little bag, you know what I'm saying, of weed and stuff like that, because weed really don't cost too much of anything, especially in these Caribbean countries. I know back in, let me see, I'm gonna say around 20, I'm gonna say about 2009. 2009, you could get a pound of weed in Jamaica for $25. Exactly, Sophie. Exactly. You have to be careful. Now, Edible Edna don't give no fucks, okay? I do it and I post it, okay? I may put it over here on this channel on the short just to show y'all that I'm about that life, okay, when it comes down to it. But see, everybody is not willing to or don't want to go to jail. And the worst place to ever go to jail is out of the goddamn country. You do not want to go to jail in a whole nother country. I promise you, you don't. Okay. And if y'all ever watch that show, Locked Up Abroad, they have a Jamaica edition. Y'all can find that on YouTube and watch it and see what happened to them two girls that got locked up out there. But yeah, you just have to be very careful, not only because of the police, or you don't know what they're going to do, but you also have to be careful because you don't know. People are mixing shit. I would be scared, honestly. You know what I'm saying? When people are out here buying, even down some people buying Percocets off the street, they out here lacing that stuff with all kind of shit. I was telling y'all a couple weeks ago, my niece who actually just called me and I had answered because I want to make sure she was okay. Her best friend just passed away because they went and bought a Percocet off the street and it was laced with fentanyl. So, yeah, exactly, Betty. It's not even a good idea to get arrested out of the state. So you have to be careful because, listen, look at all of those girls who go to the DR and they go to all of these different places to go get BBLs and tummy tucks and shit like that. And a lot of those girls do not come back home. And then their parents have to figure out how they can get those bodies back to America. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a whole bunch of shit, okay? And on top of it, people get excited and they're like, okay, yeah, you can take a cruise and all you need is a birth certificate. But I'm telling you, for a lot of excursions, if it's any company that's worth anything, they're going to ask you for your ID or your passport, okay? Even when I go to Jamaica, when I go to in the area where it's like a bunch of tourists or other stuff going on, they want to make sure that either you're from there or you're not, because if you're not from there, they're going to charge you even more. But I have a card which is basically like equivalent to a Social Security card. So I don't pay extra when I go to Jamaica. You know what I mean? Because I have a dual citizen. Dog sniff. Okay, Coco says Let me see. I've seen it happen coming back from the Caribbean. They will get you when you enter back in the U.S. And that is the thing, too. They let you get away with a lot of shit going there. But coming back, and let me tell you, please, for the love of God, if y'all don't listen to anything else that I'm saying, I'm serious. For the love of God, if you are connecting in Fort Lauderdale, do not be doing, when I say nothing that you don't have no business doing, do not do it. I have missed flights before because I have came back from the Caribbean and I have did my connecting flight in Fort Lauderdale. Those custom agents will harass the fuck out of you. They will ask you 10 billion questions. They do got the dog sniffing. So a person who's into weed, I don't want nobody to get excited and be like, oh, damn, I can give me a whole pound over here for, $50 or $100 and I'm going to bring it back and I'm going to get high. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then by them knowing that you from, as they going to say, you from foreign, honey, you going to be paying extra money for everything, from your lawyer, from your, for your bail, every fucking thing. That's what's going to be happening. But so far on the cruise, everybody is mixing and mingling. I haven't heard any confusion. No fisticuffs have been going on so far or anything like that. So yeah. So now it makes sense why Shawn didn't need to buy Vivian's thumb drive, because he's there himself. Now I always knew the club chat was in the building. I just didn't know he was in the building with club chat. You know what I mean? But I told y'all that last night, but they don't be believing me when I tell stuff. I don't know. Has anybody seen April? I would love to hear from her about last night at the meet and greet. I don't know if she's going to do a video on her channel or if she's going to upload anything over there. But like I said, everybody that was there last night, I don't have no issues with anybody. So I would never put anything up that's like, disparaging or whatever like that. You said give it time? Oh, yeah. I'm definitely giving it time because it never fails, which is really unfortunate that we can't do anything without there being, some type of problem. But I also agree with Shawn that, like, when it comes to these challenges, people are really willing to put their differences aside for the betterment of the sector, for the culture of it and everything. So do remember that we have the brunch challenge. That's going to be on the 22nd of October. And I'm going to be doing a part 2 to that because all the slots filled up so fast that I had no more room for any more judges or any more contestants. So the next part of brunch, part 2, that's going to be November 19th, 2023. That's on a Sunday, and it's going to be at 3 p.m. The only thing that I've been asking for is $1 donation, because I do understand that, everybody's trying to support, somebody, and I'm not trying to kill anybody's pockets. I'm not asking for any sponsors for those who have entered the contest. And so any money that I get or any donations that you want to go towards the pot, when you cash at me, put it in the title for the pot and I will add it to that. I'm going to have 3 winners, first place, second place, and third place. And then on the part 2 of the brunch, I'm going to have my top 3 people. They're going to battle against the top 3 from the part 1 of the cooking challenge. And they're going to come back on the 3rd cooking challenge. And we're really going to fucking turn it up. Okay. Okay. Miss Patricia. Okay. Well, hey. There you go. Well, that's good that Jay Wilson got a chance to meet MU and everything. Because I know I think he's been really defensive of her. You know what I mean? His commentary has been, very supportive of her. So I'm glad they got a chance to meet. I'm going to try to drop this link again to see if anybody wants to come up. If not, I'm not going to hold y'all all day. But if you would like to be in the brunch, let me know. Also, because I am doing this for content creators only, I had someone say, wow, you know, you didn't include subscribers in this. And the reason why I did not, what's up, Angie? The reason why I did not include subscribers in this is because that subscriber could be a goddamn celebrity chef. So I don't want to add them to something where everybody else is just doing what they do or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's why I did the poll the other day as far as should this person be allowed? Should that person be allowed? So I am excited about the upcoming challenge. I know that some people don't like the direction of the beef sector. They feel like it's becoming the cooking sector or whatever. But I thank Pizarro for, you know, doing something different. And it's not that she was the first one per se to do it, because people have been doing, you know, food challenges and stuff like that for a while. But she's the first person to do a food challenge, and she made the shit pop. She shook the goddamn streets. She had the numbers. She had the entertainment. I mean, everybody ate, and they ate good. Like they literally ate off that shit. You know what I mean? And to me, the mac and cheese challenge was my favorite challenge out of all of them. You know what I mean? Out of all of the challenges that I've watched so far, I feel like the wing and salad challenge, it had potential, but it was a lot of confusion, and I understand that can happen even with me. It may end up being some confusion with me, so I'm not knocking anybody else, but I just think it was a lot going on. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the wing and salad challenge by TMO. I enjoyed the sexy lip contest by Benzone, which is doing another challenge that's coming up, and money's on the floor for that. There's so many things for you guys to get involved in. You know what I mean? To be honest, I haven't watched all the stuff. I went over to Brianna's and I was listening to this stuff about the cash apps or whatever. And once, you know, the girl came up, I don't know. I feel in the middle, and like I said, over at Joyce's place. Oh shit, hold on, y'all. I got my mole calling me now. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on.
There's a pain, see you walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak, try to stand but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? Anybody can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow, he got me staring out the window. We're gonna stop for a sign, that's the reason why.
Always on my mind.
Hey, Marlon, you sexy boy.
Never don't be
Or do you have a clue? Yeah, I lay my head on my pillow. He got me staring out the window. Was gonna stop for a sign. That's the reason why. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. See you. Yeah. Marlon, so sexy, boy.
Hold on. Okay, I see I have somebody backstage. Hold on one second. Hey, Rochelle.
Hey, girl. It's my first time ever speaking to you.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? Are you following everything?
No.
Fair use disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under section 107. Are you following everything?
Actually, no. I just popped back in today and I saw you on and I was like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. We got a beef sector vacation pretty much going on. We got basically 4 different content creators that have a pretty decent following, all on a cruise together. So yeah, so I was just getting a little information, and so yeah, I was collecting that, and so I had the music playing, but I was about to end my. I came back to tell them I was about to get off the.
You know why I wanted to talk to you when you were talking about things that happen when you travel. I wanted to tell you something that happened to me. I used to be, like I put in your chat, I used to be a travel agent, and you know, with that you get to travel not for free all the time, but for a reduced price. So my butt went on a trip with 6 white women to Italy. Now, the trip was fine, but something happened to me on the Eurail. Now, it's going to sound weird, but this is what happened.
No,
so we riding along, then all of a sudden, these, what I thought was soldiers, jumped. Now, y'all, let me preface this by saying I grew up in the hood. So, you know, I'm not hood now, but I grew up in the hood. So they jump on the train and they got these like Uzi looking weapons drawn, and they kept saying passport, passport. Then they told me, like they pointed the gun at my friends and me, the Uzi, and they told me to get off the train. So I'm like, oh my God, this is it. I'm about to be dead. Why did I go with these bitches? What was I thinking? I get off the train. And so I guess this Italian man could tell that I didn't understand what they were saying. So he explained to me, like interpreted for me. He was like, well, what it is that he's telling you that he don't like white people. And he
Wait,
wanted to,
where was y'all at again?
we was traveling back from like coming from Switzerland on this, they got something called the Eurail. It's like our Amtrak. Um, but it's better. So that's
and
how
they
you
don't like
travel.
white people?
Well, no, the Italians over there don't consider themselves white. So I have been noticing that as I was walking around, I was getting all this play. So I'm like, what is going on? Do they think I'm a hooker or something?
Oh,
So
Lord.
when I got off the train, what the soldier was trying to tell me is, first of all, I don't like white people. That's why I wasn't talking to them. He was like, but I wanted to, the reason why I made you get off is because you weren't listening to me. And the only reason why he did it is because he wanted to tell me that we were going to be switching trains and that get off now so I could be first to get on the new train. I was sitting there thinking, you couldn't tell me that without a Uzi pointed at me. And then coming back from that trip, and this is where everything that you are saying is 100% true. So again, I grew up in the hood. We in Switzerland. I know they famous for chocolate, but my kids don't need no expensive chocolate, Shelly. They just need chocolate because it came from Europe. So I have everywhere I went, I was buying little candy bars at the grocery, at like the little stores. So I'm all happy. I'm like, okay, when I get back, I'm like, I get all this stuff for my kids, souvenirs. Why, when we in customs, I think we arrived, no, we were about to go through customs to get on the plane to go back to Chicago. I noticed these dogs were walking all on our luggage because they had it spread out. Then another Uzi man came up to me and was like, get out of line, get out of line. Dogs jumping all on me. The German Shepherds over in the United States look like puny punks compared to the German Shepherds over there. They get me out of line. They make me open my bag with guns pointed at me. So I'm like, oh my God, what? I'm about to die again. What was I thinking when I come with these bitches?
Right. That's the thing too. Like, you gotta be careful who you travel with because you don't know what they got on them.
Girl, why was it the candy bars? The dog smelled the candy. But they pulled me all out of line like I'm about to die. I was just thinking, okay, this is it. I'm going to be shot in the airport. You know, America back then, when I was traveling, they weren't trying to get regular black folks. I ain't Brittany Griner now. I'd have been left over there. But the whole point of the reason why I wanted to tell you is they can't play. Because I done traveled all over. And I don't know, Shelly, you know, when you mentioned something about I'm a chocolate girl, and I don't know if it's because I'm chocolate, but when you come back from other countries, it just seemed like when you brown, you about to stick around because they are going to, if they pulling people out the line, more than likely, we're going to be the ones that they pull out of line. Coming back from the Caribbean one time, we were walking off the plane, and you know that gangway that you walk through to get into the airport? All I know is they ran up through there with dogs, and it was this black couple that seemed all good on the plane. Man, they had all kind of stuff on them. They threw them down. So many officers piled on them. Those customs officers, you couldn't even see them no more. So they better not be playing over there for real.
Sophie says I'm in Switzerland. They check my chocolate and coffee
on
the German train.
Girl, I just had chocolate. I look.
Now CKJ says chocolate is used to hide cocaine overseas. It triggers the sniff dogs.
That's probably why. Because literally, like the people, like the women that I was with, they was a little bougie. Like I told you, they were of the non-melanated persuasion. So they were buying all this expensive chocolate. So I'm like, well, my kids they don't even know, girl, as long as I, bring something back. So I had a whole bunch of it because when I figured out the money, I was like, these only like $1. Oh, I get them a whole bunch of these,
Right.
So I
Lord, so they probably they thought you was probably bringing back kilos. Because you had
Right.
so many. Lord, how much?
I had 10 for each one of my kids. I got 2 kids. I had 10 for my son and 10 for my daughter. Girl, they done pulled me out, guns pointed at me. I saw my whole little short life fly before my eyes. But I'm not gonna hold you because I am at work cheating. I didn't even know my computer at work could do this since they monitor everything. But it
Oh,
was
well,
nice, Shelly.
I'm glad that you came up. And I think that what I hope that everybody gets out of this, if they didn't get anything else out of this live, because as far as anything else, I'll be back later with that. But this is why it's very important as a people that we travel and understand how to travel. And when you travel, what you should and should not be doing, because some people just don't know. But ignorance is no excuse when it comes down to the law, because the judges and stuff or the police, they don't care. And
They
most
don't.
a lot of other countries like aka Jamaica, they have soldiers that, you know, they'll stop cars or whatever. They out there with like you said, big old Uzis and stuff.
Yeah.
So people get mad now when the police officers stop cars and say, you know, maybe touch their gun or something like that. It's all on the news. But no, this is like, you can't be playing with it when you in other countries. No, so just be careful.
No, you can't, because first of all, what Americans, now this what I was a travel agent for 15 years, so you can just imagine all the places that I've been. But let me tell you what I came away from that whole experience learning. You know how America seems to think everybody is jealous of us? They're not.
Oh,
they
I
sick
know.
of us. They sick of us.
They are. Let me tell you, they are sick of us. I've been in other countries,
yeah,
and I'm not talking about just Jamaica. And I almost hate when I see Americans sometimes in other countries because they have no home training. They don't know how to act. They got to be all loud. They got to be heard. They got to be seen. They have nothing. And I get it, because sometimes it is a lot of people's first time, you know, traveling somewhere, and they don't understand, you know, the culture or whatever. But like, simmer down and act like you got some good sense.
That's true, because like what I realized when I was over there, I was like, we're not special. We think we are as Americans, but basically when you go to the rest of the world, they tired of us. They tired of us minding everybody business.
Yes.
Actually, when we got there, we completely changed the way that we dressed, so we didn't stand out as Americans. You know, we wear a lot of bright colors. In Europe, they wear browns, blacks, and all that stuff. So I was like, I want to fit in. Another thing, and then I'm gonna go, Shelly, that I noticed in Italy that I did come away with, that I did like. Black women are celebrated over there, man. Because I told you, I thought I was a hook. They thought I was a hooker because they were flirting so much. Literally, when I was on the train, this guy started talking to me. Of course, we couldn't understand each other. So I kept telling him I was married. He told me that my marriage license wasn't legal over there and that he wanted to come to my hotel tonight, buy me dinner, and then take me up to a room and make love to me.
I bet he did say all of that stuff.
I'm sitting there like, wait, what now?
Well, I'll tell you, here in the beef sector, they talk about colorism a lot. And I always say that my light skin color has never gave me any special treatment, you know, especially, you know, in America. But in Jamaica, it's a different story, because they act like this is just like the golden ticket to I don't know what. But it's just strange. Like, you know, I go there and I will say that I am treated, you know, very good. Or when people talk about my nose being big, they get all like, oh, straight nose. Like, it's so
as a woman, yeah, you feel like after, because I had called home and I was talking to my grandmother, and my grandmother's like, oh yeah, they like black women. Girl, why this man licked my arm? He kept on saying chocolate, and he licked my arm. Now this was years ago, so we ain't had COVID and all that, and we didn't have sanitizer. But when I got back to my hotel room, I took like 3 showers. Girl, I was scared the man was going to follow me back. He gave me his phone number, where he worked at, everything. He told me he was married and we could cheat together. And neither of our partners would know.
Wow, my goodness.
Now, Shelly, the funny thing about it, he was fine as hell. And I was a little tempted. I ain't gonna lie. I was tempted because I was thinking, hey, well, he don't know. I'm in another country. This man, right? This shit ain't legal over here. He was. I'm joking because I wouldn't have cheated, but I just noticed that we were the flavor of the month over there, and it was surprising to the non-melanated people that I was traveling with because they were not getting no shine, and actually, I thought they thought I was a hooker, so it scared me because I'm
I
sitting there
bet it
thinking, well,
did.
this is I'm sitting there thinking this is unusual. Like people licking my arm, they serving me first, asking questions, following me down the street. What is going on? Is my butt showing something? But my grandmother explained to me that it's like that. So Shelly, I'm gonna get out of here. It was so nice talking to you. Y'all, can I just say something, Shelly, to
Yes.
your audience?
Mm-hmm.
Shelly, the reason why I'm so excited to speak to her, you know where I'm going with this. When I didn't have but 5 subscribers, Shelly came and watched my boring videos. I was talking about surgery. Shelly, you remember I had just had surgery.
That's not born. I remember back even when your house caught on fire.
Yeah, this girl has always supported me. You helped grow, you sent subscribers to my channel, though I don't do videos anymore, but I just love you. I love you.
Oh, I
But
love you too. Well, you come around more often because my content is kind of changing. So a lot of times people don't really want to come in and not hear, the screaming and the hollering and the acting
you
crazy.
have changed.
Yeah,
You have changed.
I don't have time.
I like
for all
the
that.
old Shelly though.
Most people like the old Shelly. Most people like the old Shelly that's going to hit the button, cuss everybody out, do all this other stuff. But I really,
not that one. Because sometimes, girl, I was wanting to fly to the what you say, the DMV. I was in your area one time. I said, let me go get this girl, calm her ass down, and get some of her damn edibles.
Yeah.
I was like, my kids always be trying to get me to try something. I was like, I got a connection that's grown up, and I trust her more. I ain't messing with y'all edibles. I might grow another damn leg messing with these.
Yeah, I had one. I didn't take one today because yesterday I took it and I was forced to tell the truth about some things, So I call them truth gummies too,
Girl, you silly. Well, you take care. Love you again.
You
and
too.
I'll
Love
watch
you.
it from the bushes. Bye-bye.
All right. And let me tell y'all, get out them bushes. Get out them bushes and come down. Get out the bushes. Y'all don't have to hide in the bushes no more. Okay? So, listen, I do got to handle some stuff right quick, but I'm thinking, you said it's stressful. But I'm thinking if it's something that I really need to just break, it may be in a shorts. I might just like do an upload. I don't know. Cause I'm trying to calculate my information together and I'm talking to my person that called me. So I had to come off of mute just to let y'all know that I'm getting, as Pizarro would say, the intel. And I know somebody asked about Heat and Brianna, and they also asked about something else. So if I come back, I'll talk about that. But I'm definitely not going to be back on here tonight, late at night, because, honey, let me tell you, Mr. Underscore does not like when I be on the live, when he be home, because he be swearing to God that all my attention is supposed to be for him. Okay, so I may come back again. So let me calculate up everything that's going on, and I'll be back with y'all. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna give y'all some music in closing. As always, there was something else that I was gonna say to somebody in here, and it just went, bow, just gone. I don't even fucking know. Don't forget too, if you guys want to donate towards the pot for the brunch contest, there's my information right there. I do want to give a big shout out. I'm not taking away from anybody else because I don't know if they want me to say their names or not, but Benzone is the only content creator that donated money. And I'm not talking bad about anybody else, but I think it's commendable that she did that because I've pretty much donated to every little thing that's been going on, that people have been doing. The new challenges that people have going on, I have not donated to those just because I'm doing my own right now. And I feel like if there's any money or whatever that needs to be spent, it's going to come out of my pocket. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to just drop, 20, 40, 50 here or there when I have my own thing going on. But I will be picking 3 winners, and we are going to have a good time. If you want to join, let me know, because I am doing part 1, part 2, and I can definitely add you to the second lineup, whether it be a judge or a contestant. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say, but I gotta finish getting this tee-hee-hee-hee, and you know what I'm saying, it's kind of expensive when they call them from out the country, baby. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you later.
But if I your body, girl, I don't mind. Cause not only you, they my mind, oh. Girl, you too fine, go light, I lie. Me, I know they lie, oh. Not only you, they my head, oh. Yeah, only you, they my head, oh. See, now you, they cause confusion in my head, yeah. Me, I know they lie, you're my fantasy. You're my fantasy. Only you, they my head, oh. Only you, they my head, oh. See, now you, they cause commotion in my head, oh. Me, I know they lie, you're my fantasy, yeah. Going on inside. Is this reality? Oh yeah, cause I don't wanna wake up from this dream. Them say something must kill a man. Oh, nah, nah, nah. But if I your body, girl, I don't mind. Oh yeah, cause not only you, they my mind, oh. Yeah, yeah. See you to find me, I know the liar.
Got what I needed to say real quick. I put the links to all the channels of those who are doing content during Juicycation. I know that I said that, but make sure you also subscribe, because people like just Andrea, she's almost at 1,000 subscribers, but she's like maybe 8 people away from having her 1,000. So I feel like we can also do our part over here on this side. So make sure you subscribe. So all the links, I've already put them in the description. And when this video is over, I'm going to put those all in the comment section, and I'm going to pin it. And like Coco told y'all, this has been me from the get-go. I've always supported people. I've never been fascinated by people's numbers. I'm not impressed by stuff like that. I try to support everybody as much as I can. So make sure you support all of those people that I put in the description. Just Andrea, Melissa, Vivian, Jay Wilson, Shawn Bradley. I feel like I'm Rainy Bow. So those are a couple. Johnny Mac hasn't done any videos in the last, like, he doesn't really have any recent videos, but he has a community post from 3 weeks ago. So I don't know if he's going to do content about this vacation and post it. But if you want to stay locked into people who are there and may give you some commentary or content, those people you can check out. You also know that Tracy's there in MU. I didn't put their links, but y'all know where to find them at. But for everybody else, it's in the description, okay? So once again, I'm leaving for real this time. Love you guys. Bye.
But if I your body, girl, I don't mind. Cause not only you, they my mind, oh. Girl, you too fine, go light, I lie. Me, I know they lie, oh. Not only you, they my head, oh. Yeah, only you, they my head, oh. See, now you, they cause confusion in my head, yeah. Me, I know they lie, you're my fantasy. You're my fantasy. Only you, they my head, oh. Only you, they my head, oh. See, now you, they cause commotion in my head, oh. Me, I know they lie, you're my fantasy, yeah. Going on inside. Is this reality? Oh yeah, 'cause I don't wanna wake up from this dream. Them say something must kill a man. Oh, na, na, na. But if I your body, girl, I don't mind. Oh, yeah. 'Cause not only you in my mind, oh, yeah, yeah. See you to find me, I know the liar. See not only you in my head, oh, yeah. Only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause confusion in my head, oh, yeah. Me I know the liar, but me I know the liar. Only you in my head, only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause commotion in my head, oh, yeah. Me I know the liar, my fantasy. See now only you in my head, only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause confusion in my head, oh. Me I know the liar, I know the lie. Only you in my head, oh, yeah. Only you in my head, oh. See now you the cause commotion in my head, oh. Me I know the lie of my fantasy.